I'm in red form, in a red state, such a red case on a red song. In a shared space with my shareholders, cause we share a bond. Spiritual health care, that's real self-care, you won't care for.
I got my Mets hat on to the back. Y'all already know where we going with the stats.
Any artist that's talking garbage and try to curse us, y'all follow a wave and do whatever's current. I follow his ways, I know my turn is coming.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access. Add it to the cart and we got you. And that's it, man. Go purchase Big Pat Sports Talk merch and support the family, man. And welcome to Big Pat Sports Talk. Thank you for your support. What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. And today we're going to be talking about a dynamic duo that may be formed with the New York Giants in the very near future, and is with, of all positions, our inside linebacker position, with Bobby Okereke and I.Simmons being brought over in a trade for a 7th round pick from the Arizona Cardinals. The reason why I say that is that both these guys have the speed element our inside linebackers haven't had in years. And with both those guys' speed element to the game, they both can blitz, they both can cover, they both can go sideline to sideline with the best of them, they both can tackle. And Okereke is a natural leader, and I.Simmons is just a natural athlete that you can plug and play just about anywhere on the defensive side of the ball. With these two guys at the inside linebacker position, let's talk about the elements they bring together and some a little separate. First, the elements they bring together is the speed element. There's nobody that's going to outrun us sideline to sideline with these two guys in the run game. I don't care who you are. As long as Dexter Lawrence and Leo, Tibbs, and Ojulari do their job up front, these guys can clean up everything behind them. There may not be a faster tandem in the inside linebacker position in the NFL. I mean, you got Fred Warner and Greenlaw. You got White and the other linebacker over there in Tampa Bay, but they're not as fast as these guys. And as good as Fred Warner and Greenlaw are over with the 49ers, they're not as fast as these guys. So the speed element is there. When's the last time we had a speed element like this at the inside linebacker position? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going through my history, and I'm dare to say never. The gap blitzes that these guys can do together is absolutely insane. Not only are they coming with speed, they're both coming with power that you don't expect those two guys to have. You see Okereke, when he was blitzing against the Lions, he was knocking people on their butts. I.Simmons, a running back cannot block him. A running back cannot block Okereke. That double A gap blitz that when Wink brings that double A gap blitz, my goodness. What are you going to do with these two guys? If Wink can unlock the untapped potential that Arizona couldn't unlock in I.Simmons, and Bobby Okereke finally gets his chance to be the number one guy at the inside linebacker position after playing backup role with the Colts for 2 years, but when that man went down, he stepped up and he turned into a number one guy. Now he's being paid like a number one guy. Now he's being asked to do what he's already done at Indianapolis, and that is be the number one guy, be the Mike linebacker, be Mr. Green Dot for the defense. And I'm actually happy they gave him the green dot this year and not Xavier McKinney. Not because Xavier McKinney's not a good play caller and not a very good player. It's because I need my Mike linebacker being able to call the plays, because he can see in front of him and he can maneuver the guys in the slot, and he's closer to the line of scrimmage. So the guys on the defensive line, if he sees something, he can make them maneuver the way that he needs them to maneuver, like move over to the left or move over to the right. He could call out stunts for the defensive line if he sees things of such. I need my Mike linebacker with the green dot in all my defenses. I know the safety position is a very important position, and Xavier McKinney is a very important player, but I got to have my Mike linebacker with the green dot. So that speed element these guys have, ridiculous. When it comes to blitzing, is ridiculous. Now, let's talk about the coverage element that these guys bring together. Isaiah Simmons, I can line him up with your top receiver and feel comfortable lining him up with your top receiver. I really do. This kid, his athleticism is ridiculous. I can line him up in the slot and he can cover. I can line him up at safety, he can cover. I can line him up at edge and make him back off, he can cover. I can line him up at inside linebacker, tell him to cover the middle of the field in his zone, he can cover. I can line him up on the outside against your top receiver at the X or Z position, and I can tell him to cover him and feel comfortable. That's how good in coverage Simmons is. Now, when it comes to zone, I need him to be a little bit more aware when it comes to zone coverage and find out where your man is going in your zone. He's very good at reading the quarterback's eyes, but I need him to find out where his guy is in that zone so he can use that athleticism to bait quarterbacks into thinking that they're open. And I think Wink would teach him that as well. Okereke, I can line him up with just about any running back and be very, very comfortable. But I know you guys are going to point out, well, Saquon Barkley was giving him the business in training camp. That's Saquon Barkley. There's not many Saquon Barkleys out there. Maybe a Christian McCaffrey, and I have good faith that he can cover him in the open field. And Okereke in zone is very dynamic when it comes to coverage, and he can run with the best of them as well. And being smart on the field, both of them are very smart on the field. Okereke, he's a leader. He's going to get people in the right position. Isaiah Simmons, we're going to bring him along, but let's not act like he's dumb on the field, because he's not. He's going to have a set position at inside linebacker alongside Okereke. I see him being the starter over McFadden, give him about 4 to 5 games, and they're going to start those two because the way that those guys will connect when they're playing with each other is going to be amazing. So this is a dynamic duo that I want to talk about with the New York Giants. Bobby O and Isaiah Simmons at the inside linebacker position is going to be dynamite this year. Dynamic duo, you heard it right here on New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that big blue join button, and join the Big Blue crew and talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk, because you know I'm going to talk my talk no matter what you thought. Shout out to my sponsors, Giant Social and Sporting Hood. And go copy you some Big Pat Sports Talk merch from the Big Pat Sports Shop. Stop playing. You heard the man in the beginning of the video. Support the family. And until the next episode, you know what it is, man. Peace.